Hi, ladies and gentlemen, Adam Winch of Defenders USA and
Seth Williams with Adam.
You're probably going to start seeing some more of Seth here, so get to know him. All right, so what are we doing today? What we're doing is we're going to take and test out this brand new H&K MR556 A1 with this brand new Primary Arms GLX 1x6x24 first focal plane LPVO. Now, a lot of acronyms, right? Just a low-powered variable optic, this scope that's here, if you want to put it that way. And I'm going to zero this scope up to this rifle at 50 yards. In the meantime, Seth, what are you going to be doing?
I'll do a zero on this little Primary Arms, and it's got a little chevron.
Yeah, little chevron. Now, this right here is the 3X, or the SLX 3X micro prism. You can see the box here. We've talked about it before on video, and I've got the box for my LPVO on this one. So this is a 3 times magnification with the chevron instead that's illuminated, and he's going to be zeroing that at 50 yards on this rifle while I zero the LPVO on the H&K. You good to go?
Sounds good.
Let's make it happen.
Let's rock.
Okay, eyes and ears, boys and girls, we're going hot. Okay, so it's because we're going to go down range, I'm going to go ahead and drop the magazine out of this. I'm going to empty the rifle out. Okay, I'm going to set that off to the side. And just out of curiosity to see where our shots are, I'm actually going to pull the camera with us. Let's go take a look. You good? In fact, let me grab a pen so we can mark our shots. All right, let's go check this out. Okay, so let's take a look at yours real quick. So you're shooting at this 6 down here, right?
3.
Oh, you're shooting at the 3. Okay, so your impacts were here. So we need to move you over and up. Okay, now we'll work out where we're at. And can you see down here with that camera?
Yep.
Okay, so these are my impacts. We got 1, 2, 3. Now I'm aimed right here at this 3, so you can see it's really far off. So I'm going to make the adjustments. I've got to come to the right and I've got to come down. All right, here we go. So what we're doing is we're going to go to the windage, turrets, and the adjustment turrets. Okay, so I don't need a quarter. So mine needs to go left, or no, go right and down, don't I? So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and down. And I'm just going to swing it a whole bunch. Okay. Ready to do it again?
Yep.
Let's do it. Okay, so weapons are downloaded, right? The reason I'm doing that is we're on a public range. I don't know who else might walk up on us, and I don't want to leave this here in case somebody comes up and they want to grab this rifle and take a look at it with it being a fully loaded rifle. So I've downloaded it. It's back on safe. He's downloaded and back on safe. So let's go check and see what we did.
Yep.
Okay, you want to tilt this real quick, make sure we're in there. Okay, so my new shots. Now I didn't count everything out perfectly, I just swung it. So I still need to come a good bit left and about another same amount I did before. So I'm just going to swing the dials to come left, or to come right, sorry, to come right and go down. Let's take a look at Seth's. Okay, so Seth's are really in the exact same place. So we're gonna have to go make, his shot group got tighter, right? Notice this is his new shot group, where this was his previous shot group. So shot group got tighter, but you're aiming at the 3, right? Okay, so we need to take you left a whole lot. And I would say maybe stay right there, because we're shooting at a 25-yard target where really we're zeroing for 50. So if you're zeroing, let's say this 1 is your shot. If we're zeroing it, let's say 50 yards, and at 50 you're trying to put your bullets right here, at 25 your bullets are going to be about an inch or so low. So if you aim dead center, it should be about like this. Okay? And then we can confirm at 50. So same thing here. I'm going to be aiming dead center of the 3. I'll put a black mark there if you guys want to see that. And at 25 yards, I ultimately want my bullets about right here. Okay, let's go fix this up. So an important thing to point out, notice Seth is coming behind the camera and really behind the firing line. So because he's not back here yet, he's on that side of the firing line, even when we're monkeying with our guns, I don't ever want to touch them. We don't ever want to touch them when somebody else is beyond where the guns could be pointed at. So that's why I was back here waiting. All right, let's make adjustments. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So for grins and giggles, I just went 8 more to the right. What'd you do?
I did another 4. I was 4 before. I think I'm nudging closer, so I just did maybe 4, 5.
And you went to the left?
Yep.
Okay. So there's a more scientific way to do this, right? Or really a mathematical way to do this. You can calculate what the MO is of the scope, your distance, everything else. We're just having fun shooting. So we're just kind of taking it over the slow way. And for me, non-math brain, the easy way. Good. All right. 3 more. Okay, rifle's downloaded. Let's go check it. Okay, so we're on Seth's target first. So now we're in the zone, right? We have 1 here, we have 1 here, we have 1 here. So we're right there. I would say that you've moved up a little bit. So probably at the bottom of your breath.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but now I'd say we're pretty well combat zeroed for this gun. Maybe this time, maybe shoot at one of the others, or maybe the middle of that B, and let's see where you end up.
Roger.
Okay, so for my target, okay, so we have 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. So there's the trajectory, the shot group. So I went over just a little bit too far. So I'm going to come back. I went over 8 clicks to the right. So I'm going to come back, say probably 2 clicks just for there. And this time I'm going to shoot for dead center of that 6 right there. And if I get it right, my bullets should be about right there.
8.
You need to make your adjustments? You got it?
Did we say we're going to try to focus on breathing?
I'm going to try.
Well,
but
I mean,
really, we're only stabilizing on one part of the gun.
Yeah.
So we're never going to be extremely stable.
but I think my 0 was saying I don't think I want to change much because I need to try to tighten my group.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, so one other thing to talk about here. Right, stability. When you zero a gun, you really want to be stable with it. So generally when I zero a gun, I prone out. I lay down on the ground. I get every bit of my body on the ground. I put a sand stock under the butt of the gun. I've got something like this underneath the front of the gun. It's tight into my body, so the thing locked in solid. And really there's only one thing that I'm stabilized on here, so there's a lot of movement here. He's doing the same thing. We're not doing a really solid 0. We're just kind of just quickly slopping it up there and making sure it's a basic 0.
It feels like it's to say it's not that it can't be done, it's going to cost you more ammo to do it.
Yeah, it's going to cost you more ammo. We're taking a lot more time than it needs to, but it's been really hot. The ground here is hot. We don't want to lay down on the ground right now because we're just being kind of weenies about it. Yeah, all right. You had two of those almost go down the back of my collar again.
I don't mind a bit.
I'll bet you don't. But I felt that. I cringed inside. My rifle started going back and forth. Okay, where were you shooting?
B.
Oh, B. Okay. Okay, so there's your point of aim. Notice the distance. So if you think about it, your height over bore, let's say that's your crosshairs of your optics, or in this case, your chevron. We're zeroing at 25 yards, okay? And that chevron, the center of that chevron is about 2 1/4 inches above the bore of the rifle itself. So we're at a half zero. So really you're gonna be about that distance. So let's say this is, oh, I don't know, let's say this is 2 1/2 inches or so, the distance between the center of your rifle barrel and your optic top. So really speak, because we're zeroing at 25 yards for 50, your bullet should be generally in halfway point. And if you notice, that's about 1 inch. Notice that's about 1 inch. So, right? So you can kind of see the difference between the two is almost the same from the top of the chevron to that line. So yeah, you're zeroed. You're zeroed. You're in line. We're doing it without stabilization on the rear. You're good to go.
How many more rounds have you shot than me is the big question.
You know, so far we've done the same amount.
No, I mean like several 100,000.
Oh, well, you wouldn't know it. Look at my shot group, right? So there's 1, there's 2. So I know distance-wise, up and down, I'm just fine, right? If you notice, I can put a full thumb between the two. There's still a little space on both sides. I'm good to go there for now for a quick zero. Now all I got to do is I might come back one more click, maybe 2, and just fire a confirmation shot here. So we've got everything marked. I'm going to go fire a couple confirmation shots. So Seth, I'm going to take my optic and I'm going to go 2 to the left just to try it.
Recenter your group a little bit. I agree.
Okay, I'm good to go.
Confirm.
So my first shot, literally as I pulled it, I felt myself blink, and I don't even know where that shot went. So I tried to slow down the other two. It's just a perfect blink at the wrong time.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so here's one shot right there, and that was a breathing issue. It was when I blinked, okay? It was my first shot, but it's dead center, okay? Then we have another shot and another shot right there. So there's actually 3 holes right there. That's a previous shot from before. There's 2 more bullet holes there, 1 here. So I'm good with this for now as a combat zero. I actually like it to be slightly down. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna drop it 3 clicks, because I'm aiming dead center, and I really want it about right here because I'm shooting a 50 yard zero at 25.
Could you also just move back to 25 yards or 50 yards and?
Yeah, we could do that and confirm it. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just tighten it up. Okay.
What about mine? 1, 2.
Oh, did you shoot?
Yeah.
Oh, where'd you shoot at?
B again.
Oh, B. Okay. So let's take a look at Seth's. Okay. So we have 1, 2.
Just 2.
Oh, you fired 2 shots?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have these 2 right here. So, I mean, if anything, it's ever so slightly to the left. Ever so slightly.
Yeah.
But again, we're not stabilized on the back. So to me, good enough for now.
I'm slightly to the left.
Okay.
Right.
So let's take it to 50. And because you have the optic you do, we could either shoot at the X right there.
Just mark that one.
Yeah. So let's mark this pistol caliber bullet hole. Okay, so let's shoot at this X, and then I'll do the same thing on my X. So guys, we're gonna move this back. Stand by. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, trust. Seth said leave the camera, so we're gonna leave the camera. Okay. This is a slow man ways of doing this. I could have brought my spotting scope out. Done it that way.
You know, I'm a little overweight. I need some exercise.
In this Phoenix heat. Okay, so shot group. So we have 2, 2, and 2. Oh no, that's not a shot. So here it is. So 2, 2, and 2. So there's my flyer right there. So focus on breathing a little bit. So that was coming down 4. So I'd say come down
5 more.
We went from here to there. Let's come down 3 more. Cool. So that was moving to 4, but now I want to take it over. Let's take it over left 2. So down 3, left 2. That was not a good shot. I yanked that trigger hard, the first one, instead of squeezing it. So we have 3, 3, 3. So now I really moved too much. So I'm there. So elevation I'd say is good. Okay.
You should have left it.
Yeah, so I moved it too much.
You moved it too, but you
I'm gonna bring it back to.
Yeah.
Just to do it. Bring back 2. You know what I didn't do?
0.
Didn't make my adjustment.
2.
2 right. 1, 2. Okay, so we know there's probably going to be one that's a little bit to the left. Okay. Let's go see. Okay, so we're back at it. Well, I guess we want to see it up close. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I knew there was one flyer because I didn't make the adjustment. That's going to be that one right here. So we have 1, 2, 3 right there. I am zeroed. Good enough.
That's right.
For no stability, that's pretty good. So, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get off the range. It's hot as can be here. And poor Seth, coming from Washington State, is wilting in this weather. So we're going to get out of here. But I just wanted to show you, we're zeroing up our rifles, getting them ready for a course we're teaching down in Texas to a bunch of law enforcement types. And using the new Primary Arms X3 Micro Prism SLX, and then the GLX LPVO, which is a 1x6x24 first focal plane. And I don't know, Seth, what do you think? Come on over here, brother. What do you think? They seem to work well?
The clarity on that little X3 is pretty nice. I like the prism or the chevron a lot.
Yeah.
I don't shoot it very often, a chevron, so I liked it a lot. It wasn't too busy in the window. No. And what's cool is because it's only a set 3 power, even if you're doing close quarters building stuff, you can still use it pretty well. Yeah, you're big window. Yeah, putting that in your vision, and it seemed like there was really easy to see my target without any issue, and it was plenty bright. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. Adam Winch here. Seth, take care, and we'd love to see you in a training course soon.